yeah, again, I have to say there's some insane attacking on this server today. It's been really fun to look at. But anyway, let's see if we can get a good defense going. I think the first round was fun, wasn't it? They defended point. No, they didn't defend. There was actually defense so far in this game. Or was it all
it was a defense for the second point that lasted all but like 2 seconds, and obviously the final point defense that sort of came down to I think 10 seconds before the end, and then it was pushed. But yeah, there hasn't been a single defense win thus far, although it's been damn close.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I'm not sure how to say it. This is the thing. Do you think that perhaps maybe the engineer needs a buff at the moment? Because nobody's playing engineer, and they seem to get... Well, to be fair, there has been a massive engineer buff, but people don't choose to use it, and that's the short circuit. They really need to use the short circuit. It ruins so many people's days.
Well, you say that. Will Luigi was using it last round, but he was sort of... The one time I did see him use it was him jumping down in front of a red sentry using the short circuit, and it was a level 2 sentry. So you literally had no advantage against it. There was nothing you could have done with it.
Then somebody comes up with the crazy idea. Let's crits the short circuit. Let's see what happens then. And there's that, you know, that black and white face from meme culture. Oh God, why? Right now, though, it's not looking good. Reddit are getting completely pounded. I'm seeing what Wee Luigi's doing there. Oh, that's some lovely trolling on Mr. Diz there. You know, for me, that highlights the risks of the Wrangler right there. The nice thing with the Sentry is it's omnipresence or omniscience. Really handy for pointing out what's going on. There you go, down though. Man, that Sentry getting so much flack.
Yeah, it's an odd spot because, you know, I do see a lot of people using that area, and I guess like what you would call the classic areas of sentries on this map. They're kind of not so used anymore, and I get why the top spot is used for sentries because it does work nicely, but it can be taken out by a sniper, and you know, if you can be taken out by a sniper on their own, it's kind of like it's not the best place for a sentry in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's again, it's the whole range issue again. I do agree though. I think they're trying to hype around that rock for a bit more forward. That's the problem. If it's too far back, you can't get anybody coming around the corner. But I've said also before that, Brass Squirrel there, holding his ground was heavy. Nice work. You remember, folks, never advance against the face-on heavy. You will not win. Unless you're Ubered. Or maybe for a Flodge Pyro. Because that's tricky. Going on up top.
That was some nice stabbing by Cerno there. I mean, did get a medic, didn't drop an Uber though, so whoever that medic was, I'm going to say that was your fault, because you should have had an Uber up by then. I think it might have been Boomer. Just so that we could have added another one to the list.
Unfortunately, Steve the Hippo tried to take on a heavy eating a sandwich. You'll be really careful with those guys. They regen all their health back. And then on top of which, you know, he had a Thomas Love. That spin up time does help him fractionally. Right now, 5 minutes on the clock. Red is just about holding. Don't worry, I've been watching Steve. It's just that other guys have been stealing the spotlight more. It's not so much you're doing badly, it's just that other guys are really trying a lot harder, or just in the right place at the right time. And you know, man, you're good. I mean, you got 2 MVPs in a row before. Yeah, you got an MVP last time, Epic Killer. You were playing Medic, he was lovely. Oh, somehow I'm gonna think me giving handing MVPs and not fucking predict gold at this rate. Now only gets 5 minutes on the clock, and you know that car is on dangerous area. Red are just at holding with 5 minutes. I'm not confident them winning this here.
Yeah, this sort of point with. Yeah, to be honest, Blue aren't really having any trouble getting down through this corridor. It's very, very winnable by them. And yeah, Cerno is doing a really, really good job of basically getting every single person that needs to be got.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty much playing textbook assassin mode. Who is the biggest problem in the enemy team? Get that guy. right now, 4 vs 26. I think, yeah, blue have got the roof. This, as I say every time, you get the roof, you win the games. Shaggy, you can't. Criticism don't fix everything, Shaggy. Unless you have like a sticky launcher that can, reverse the effects of time, you ain't gonna be able to get that back. Oh my god, though, with Steam replay technology, could you have that? Could you have a weapon that actually kills you for your presence in game over a certain amount of time? Like, if you ever read Wheel of Time, like Balefire, that'd be an interesting, really interesting weapon. Kind of nutty too.
Or it could be like a new promo item for whatever the next Prince of Persia game is called, like the Crits of Persia or something like that.
Oh my god, yeah, you get killed so hard that actually your effects for the last 5 seconds are ignored. Suddenly people come back to life again where they were like, what? How did this happen? Now anyway, back to the game. Less about theorising up possible weapons or gaming or half-3. Now anyway, one thing I have, again, not been seeing so much of from Red is engineering. And that's the thing, the first team we saw on there was the Slim Victory. They were using sentries and using lots of them. And I can't give engineers enough credit. They do really work.
Yeah, NGs are like heavies. If you're on Red, you can kind of, it's a scummy tactic to do, but if you have like maybe 6-7 NGs, then you probably win. It's kind of like, it surprises me that more teams, I guess it's a testament to the sort of community of TF2 in that they, games don't just dissolve into that kind of shitstorm so quickly as they could do. If it was the COD community, then this game would be dead.
Yeah, thank God for the TF2 community. They don't take it too serious. Again, this is what the whole reason for this channel, to be fair. We like playing the game, we like a bit of fun, it's really well balanced. It is well balanced compared to the game of World of Tanks, so thank God they nerfed the KB to KB1S. Well, anyway, back to this game. Analyze the game a bit more, what's going on. Right now, Blue just killed them. Not much you can say about that, other than just stop them or whatever. But again though, I would love to see him organise central defence. I mean, it was working. Although this time I think Blue's actually managed to get the push towards the last point. Usually what happens is that Blue gets his point, it all dies, and Red has a breather. I think that might be about now, maybe? I don't know. Oh, Steve Hipper, nice shooting there. Takes down 2 sentries. Oh yeah, that's a good mention there.
Yeah, you wanted to shout out, you got it. That was pretty much, I knew that you didn't see them until you had come all the way around the car, and that was pretty much, I think that was like the sort of maximum amount of distance between those 2 sentries that you could have got that splash damage to work, and that was pretty much perfect, because you didn't need to use an Uber for that or anything. And yeah, there we go, now the Uber is used, and I don't know, this could be the death toll for Red, if they can. I don't know, who's that soldier just hiding? Will Luigi. He did a good job of hiding from that Uber, but he still died.
Yeah, I think Steve Hippo, 1 demo, 2 sentries. But yeah, that's the thing. I mean, that Uber came in there, nearly cleared out the whole area. But I've got to admire Luigi's ability to know what's going on. Okay, this cat mustn't move. I'll just hide behind it and hopefully don't notice. I mean, that particular spotting upward, if you've seen Sin's videos, where you can stop the car without them knowing where the hell you are. Right now, though, I think Red have got their breather, and this is where the sentry need to turn up. I think one of the key things here is making sure we're keeping, Blue team off the balconies in those areas. Try and find a bit away from the points. Because
if Blue can get onto either balcony side, it kind of. That's kind of it. It's almost better to stay on that balcony area and just let Red all jump in to try and defend the cart. Perhaps use a little bit of a diversion tactic, chuck 1 guy on the cart just to scare Red, and then have everybody else just fire off the top.
I'm loving Dwarvis there. Camping like a pro. Oh no, B, you had Uber. Again, another dropped Uber. Trying to take on heavies at face first range. 7 minutes or 2. I don't think you're going to lose just yet. There is hope. And also, again, second time Dwarf is there, proving the power of the sandwich. People think you want to take a different weapon or something like that. But no, the sandwich is so damn helpful. I mean, I'm so glad they nerfed the sandwich in a way. I mean, you could chuck it on the floor game, you gain half your health, but no longer. You have to eat that thing. But you get really full health back, and you can like not die from being shot at and certain things like that. It's really, really powerful, that sandwich. Right now, though, I think Blue are regaining the defensiveness. Well, I'm not liking this, though. I mean, Blue actually also getting around them. Yeah, that's not good. Flanking can really, lost games and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Diz there, no one really noticed him, and now it's kind of too late because all of Red are dead, and yeah, Dwarvis was the last guy. And
oh god, look at this!
God. Yeah, it's down.
Go home, Red, you're dead. Oh wait, no. As usual, there's the one last desperate attempt, and everyone on the cart is Ubered. This is not going to work. You can't push it while Ubered. Oh dear. And yep, well that was a nasty finish up there by Blue. No defenders this time on Takeshi's Castle.
Huh.
Well, anyway, this was a lovely day here on Scar Badwater EU2. I mean, we're going to have our new after-match segment. I mean, one thing I'd like to highlight today is actually, I mean, again, we saw a lot of incredibly good attack games going on today, and I think the most effective one is the one that used the sentries the best, and it does really give a nice shout out to engineers that can set up quickly and know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's kind of a testament as well. That first match with Shaggy as the NG, it kind of proves just how important that rooftop area is, because it wasn't until that sentry was down that Blue managed to swarm in, and that they kind of bought themselves, Red managed to buy themselves what, like 5 minutes of game time just because they had Blue stuck in that area. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of important, like I said, if Red guys can on setup and stuff like that, help out your NGs just to make sure you've got the best defense possible to start off with.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that from Shaggy in the first round. I mean, Shaggy, Arse Kicker in Chief, generally good at every class. He puts one good sentry down, a couple of good sentries down, and towards the end, it was only because Shaggy's sentry was out in that first match did Blue win. That's the thing you've got to remember here. If it wasn't for that, if that wasn't gone, they might have held that game. And this is the thing, you get our 3 good pro engineers on their team, and they all build each other's stuff up during a match. Because it's much better to have 1 level 3 sentry than 3 level 1s. All rockets do hurt. I mean, the other thing I have to say about today's game is the amount of dropped Ubers. I've never seen an abominable amount of Ubered medics getting suddenly killed off. Yeah,
I mean, I suppose really a lot of it comes down to the map. There's a lot of long areas where you're kind of tunnel visioning yourself, and a lot of it was either snipers or spies taking out the medics from when they really just weren't paying attention. And it's nice to see snipers and spies knowing what classes to actually aim for. I mean, it's all well and good, getting a headshot on the nearest guy, but if it was just some derpy ass pyro or something, then who cares?
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I mean, okay, I think the other thing we're going to get to is the MVP segment of the show, and my personal choice for MVP, I'm going to say it now. I know he kind of fished for it, but I'm going with Party Mine here. He did some really incredible stuff. I mean, he was vanguarding really hard. He was generally trying to be incredibly helpful, and I think he was doing a good job overall. So he put some incredible stunts off at the first point. I mean, he actually got 5 guys on the cart just trying to get things pushed up. Good aggression. And generally good, game awareness. I'll give him the MVP for that.
I think I'm gonna say this is a difficult one as well. I think I'm gonna go for Base Squirrel, just because like all the way through he was, pretty much everything that he played he did really well with. And I mean, I know most of it was pyro, he just did everything right. And I'm pretty sure as well, like, I could kind of see all the way through. It looked like you were just having a fun game. It wasn't there was no real try-hardiness going through it. and I really like that about it. And yeah, Steve the Hippo, yes, you did get top score 3 times in this game. We will acknowledge that. And yeah, you did actually. There were a couple bits that I really enjoyed seeing you do. I mean, admittedly, one of them was you jumped down from the roof when you were on blue, and you managed to pretty much miss every single person that was crowded around the cart and just crater, which I thought was glorious to see.
I'm really going to think we're going to have to be really, really careful with our MVP picks in the future, simply because we're letting so many people down. It's just... Oh... But anyway, guys, thank you very much. That's what we have time for today, and we'll see you guys later.
Peace out.